Catherine Moody, and thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video, where I'm going to help you answer the question that everybody is asking, or at least thinking about asking, even if they don't say it directly. Why should we hire you? What's special about you? How can we remember you? How can we see you as the ideal candidate? And if you can answer this question in the way I'm going to show you how to do, you will absolutely be the standout candidate. In my 15 years of recruiting, where I've interviewed hundreds and hundreds of candidates for positions at all levels, and I've debriefed hundreds and hundreds of hiring managers, I know that this is one question that almost everybody basically blows. So I'm going to show you this really super easy technique to answer the question, why should we hire you? Because if you don't have a really good answer to this, you know what? You're going to look just like everybody else. Now, I apologize, this is a little bit of a stereotypical picture with guys in suits, but the point is that if you don't have an easy to remember, compelling and fast way to explain to people why they should hire you, what it is that makes you special and unique, you know what? I'm going to have to be honest with you. You're going to look and sound just like everybody else. So it's really important to have this way so that they will remember and be really interested and understand what it is about you that makes you the standout candidate. You really need a positioning statement. And, I go back and forth. Sometimes I say it's a brand statement. This is not quite the process I use to help my clients create a brand statement, but it would serve that purpose. So it's also a positioning statement, positioning in terms of positioning you compared to all of the other candidates. And it's a powerful thing to have in your interview skill set. So it makes you memorable. It makes it easy for people to remember you. It makes you stand out from other candidates. In my experience, of all of the interviews that I have done, very few candidates had a way to succinctly and compellingly tell me why they were the ideal candidate. And I can tell you from talking to all of those hiring managers, after a while, they can't figure out what makes one candidate better than another. And it really answers that question, why should we hire you? And more than just answering it, it answers it in an irresistible way. And here's what's really fun, is that it will give you interview confidence because you know you're ready to nail this question and make this interview a slam dunk success. So here's the formula for this standout. You want to think about a problem that you solve, and think of this on a more global scale. And when you're tailoring this for each interview, think of what the key problem is that the position you're interviewing for is being brought on to solve. What is the solution that you provide? How would you go about solving this problem? And therefore, what is the result the company gets? And when you have those three things, you then can create a brief, compelling, easy to remember positioning statement. So let me give you a sample of how this works. Let's say that you're a sales executive and the particular problem that the company is hiring for is someone to manage the team or even be a team member, but they are looking for a way to increase sales and thus their revenue. Now, what is the unique solution that you have for this problem? Let's say that what you're able to do is you can get in front of the key decision makers and you're able to get them to say yes quickly. So what is the result? The result is that the company will have more sales faster and therefore more revenue. Now what we need to do is just to take the three answers that you've come up with and craft a positioning statement. So now you take the three answers, and here is one way that you could create a very powerful, memorable, and very irresistible answer to the question why they should hire you over someone else. So I'm a sales executive who can get key decision makers to say yes quickly. So the company makes more sales and makes them faster. Now, this is memorable, and this is the kind of statement that will set you apart. And let me show you the difference between this statement and the statement, this actually was a client that I worked with. This is what the client was saying. Now, he was a very good sales executive, and all of these things on here were true. But the problem is, can you imagine trying to say something like this in a way that keeps people's attention, in a way that sets you apart? You know, if you squint, it looks and sounds just like what other sales executives would say. And who in the world is ever going to remember him at the end of the day if this is the statement that he makes? Versus this statement, which is fast, memorable, and really says exactly what it is they're looking for and how it is he's going to help them achieve that. So here are the action steps I'd like you to think about taking before your next interview, because remember, our goal is to make your next interview your last interview, to make the next company who interviews you the company who hires you, because we want a fast and outrageous conclusion to your job search. So here's what I suggest that you do. Take 5 minutes, and you know, this isn't something where you have to spend hours, so let's make this fast and easy. Just a few minutes, follow that formula of the 3 pieces, and you'll be able to create your first standout positioning or brand statement. What I'd like you to do also is click on the link below to learn how you can get more standout, knock 'em out kinds of answers. We're going to make this next interview your last interview. Please leave a comment with your thoughts. I'd really appreciate it. And know that I am sending you best wishes for a fast and outrageously successful conclusion to your job search. Thanks for watching. Take care.